Hey, remember me? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Guys, it's been so long. It's been like 2 months, I think, since I've uploaded a video. So today is just super casual. I wanted to get it out here and kind of show you what I've done in May and June and let you know what's been going on. So kind of the main reason for the hiatus, well, there's two main reasons. Number one, we bought a rental property and we've been working at getting that ready for the tenant. So the tenant has moved in. Everything seems to be going well so far. So that is off my plate, but I've also been doing freelance work. So that takes up a lot of my time. Plus we've had baseball season going on. That's done now, but we had baseball season. Obviously it's summer, you're all busy, you guys know the drill, but the rental house and the freelance work has really taken up all of my free time. So like there just hasn't been sewing done, and not only not sewing, but not being able to sew and film, obviously. So throughout that all, I did happen to get a couple of things done, and I'm going to share those with you now. So I think the first thing I made was these shorts, and these are a pair of Megan Nielsen Dawn shorts. I kind of made them as a wearable muslin, and I actually made them out of an old robe or house coat that was my great grandmother's. So that's kind of fun. They're not perfect, but they will, you know, I wear them anyway. The waistband, I need more practice at that, but waistband kind of I should probably replace it, but I'm not going to. And then the other thing, I was really happy with the way the zipper turned out, because oftentimes I like do it too far and then it doesn't overlap nicely and blah blah blah. So that was fine. The pocket, I think I would do, I don't know if I put it in the wrong way or if I did it wrong, but like the stitching shows, so I don't like that. I think I would make the pocket facing bigger next time, and then that should solve that. These are, I think I would size up next time. They fit and I wear them, but I did have to reduce the side seam allowance. So I think next time I will just size up and try that. Probably do a test one on that before I sew anything, like do an actual garment. So Megan Nielsen Dawn shorts in this fun floral. So that was in May that I made those. And then I also made this camp shirt. This is a Seamwork Natalie. And I made one of these before, you guys remember, I think that was in April. And this one, I also did the full bicep adjustment on. Well, I just used the same pattern, but instead of like gathering it in and easing it neatly, I did a pleat. And I actually really like the way that turned out more than the other version. I think that's the only thing I changed on this one. And then, yeah, I think I even put like the buttons in the same spot, all of that. It's been in heavy rotation in my wardrobe. And this was old sheets. I believe they were my grandpa's, like on my mom's side, I think. But it's still undetermined whether they were my mom's or my grandpa's. But I do remember them as a kid, like in the camper. So the origins of them is still unknown, but I thought that was fun. Then in June, I was sent a bunch of stuff from FabCycle. So big thank you to FabCycle for sending over this package of materials for me to try out. I am really, really happy with it, and I will definitely link anything that they still have. I will link down below. If you haven't heard of FabCycle, they are a company that takes in dead stock supplies, so fabric, notions, kind of anything they can get their hands on, and then they resell it. And everything I think everything is given to them for free, like they don't purchase anything. So that's kind of just how they make their money, and it's a smaller company so far, but I think they do a lot of volume. And I got to have like a little virtual tour of their warehouse, and it was really, really cool to see. And I mean, it is jam-packed, so they definitely have a lot of stuff, and I do encourage you to go check out their website. It's just a great cause and a great way to keep fabrics and things like that out of the landfill. So thank you, Arena, for sending me that package. So I was supposed to have this done in May and I didn't, so I had to get it done in June. So one of the fabrics was this navy, it's like a cotton, I would say probably a cotton lawn, and it's just beautiful. And I had 2 meters of it, so I wanted to make a dress. And not that I really needed dresses, but then I was looking through my closet and I think I did need some summer dresses. So I picked the So Def, which is the Mimi G pattern company. So the So Def Jessica dress, and then I renovated it. So this was a major pattern renovation, I'll call it that. So basically I made the pattern and then I changed a bunch of stuff. So I think the first thing I changed was the bodice. So I fully lined the bodice with this Lady McElroy fabric that I've made before. And then the original pattern just has it facing on the bodice. So I decided to fully line it just because I didn't want the facing stitching. And I made the skirt, I can't remember what the sizes were. I think like medium and large, or so I made the skirt medium and the bodice a large, or the skirt was a large and the bodice was an extra large. I can't remember what the exact sizes were, but I know the bodice was one size bigger and it was too big. So then I took in the side seams a lot, like I think at least an inch. It might have been 2 inches if I'm remembering right. And so next time I would just size down on the bodice. And then the skirt is actually a full gathered skirt. I would say it's like, I didn't do the math, but it's probably double, at least 1.5, probably double the waist measurement. And then I sewed it on there and I did not like it. So I took it off, and then I had made a circle skirt, 3/4 circle skirt pattern for something we're going to talk about in a minute. And I decided to just use a panel from that. And so I kind of used that, kind of just wung it, and then made this skirt more like an A-line. So it fits neatly 1-to-1 at the waist seam. And then I went out to the full length of the flare at the bottom because I wanted that swingy feature. But now the bottom of the skirt is like, so it hangs lower on the sides. So I think I will probably end up just taking in the sides at the bottom to be, you know, more even. The reason I did it that way was because I already had the hem done with some bias tape and I did not want to redo that. So I was just taking off the top of everything. So if I just take in the side seam, then that'll close up that flare. What else? I also did so the way that this dress is made, it has a sewn-on placket for the buttons instead of a grown-on placket, and the sewn-on placket stays on the right side. Like I don't love that construction, just because I was hoping for like a more clean finish, not an extra part of fabric. But on the inside placket, I did this same Lady McElroy fabric, and I like that. Other than that, it kind of shows, but that's, I don't know, I go back and forth. Sometimes I like that it shows, other times I don't. So that placket, the lined bodice, and then the bottom hem are all that Lady McElroy print. So that was fun to do something different like that, just because it is like a solid dress. But I really do like the way it's fitting, and I'm excited to wear it somewhere someday. Oh, the straps. Okay, we didn't finish the renovations. So I had to reduce the strap length, which is common for many people. That's not really I wouldn't really call that an alteration. However, I did do it after I'd sewed the bodice, because I had shortened it a little bit before and then I shortened it more after. So I don't think it's very conspicuous. It looks fine. But I did check out some other people's versions, and I noticed that under the arm it was like really wide, and that was the case on mine as well. So I did end up adding a dart in here. I think I took off 1 inch on either side, so a 1/2 inch dart, but it's double on each side, and that works out great. However, of course I didn't take it all apart to do it between the two fabrics for the lining and the outer, so it's just in there, which is fine. Nobody can see it. It lays nice and flat. But I should have just taken down a little bit more on all the way to the waist seam. I stopped about halfway, because now there's a little bit of excess fabric bunching. Not really bunching, it's probably only anybody who sews or does tailoring would notice it, but I notice it, right? So for the next one, I will size down on the bodice and then try to make some of those adjustments. And think that's all there is to say about the Jessica dress. Oh, and then I did 14, well, it was 14 and I broke 2 buttons. Excuses, there's still threads on here, I haven't clipped them yet. But I did 12 buttons down the front of that, and I think the placement turned out really, really good. So that's that. Then I had some work for Creative Fabrica, so I did 3 classes with them, and I'll link that below if you guys are interested in looking at that. So the first class I did was to make a t-shirt. So I just used this wool. This is from Destashify. It's I think it's like a modal wool, and I washed it and it got like all pilly and I don't know. So it's gonna be used as a base layer. So this is the Creative Fabrica, like the pattern on their website. I think it's a men's t-shirt they call it, and this is the extra small, and there's nothing really special about it. It's a very straight pattern because it's made for a man's body or a straight waisted body. It has a nice sleeve length on it, and it's gonna be great for winter for layering, but I also might even wear it in the summertime here on like cooler days or something like that, because it is wool and it breathes really nicely. It's a very high crew neck, like I think it's probably a bit higher than this even. So there's that. Then I made 2 circle skirts because I did a circle skirt class. So the one is this knit one for my daughter, and this is a full circle skirt, which are so fun and easy to make. So yeah, so that was really fun. I was saving this fabric for something for myself, but I just made it for her because it's cute. And we did a taller, like a yoga kind of waistband, because we only had so much fabric to work with to make the skirt. So then I wanted to make it a little bit taller so that she can, you know, it's not too short on her. And then I also had to make a circle skirt for myself. So I made the 3/4 out of this Birch Fabrics print here. And I just love this print. I've been hoarding this. I bought this from Simplify quite a while ago, before I had my colors done actually. So I've been hoarding this, but I think it works good for a skirt because it's like a mustard with this cream. It's not a true white. If it is, it doesn't look like a true white, but I think from afar it kind of works as a bottom anyway. So I did a 3/4 circle skirt, and then the waistband I self-drafted, and I attempted a contoured band, and I think it works in the back, but the front I did a straight band and it's not great. So I'm not sure if I'm going to, I'll probably end up just doing a whole new waistband on it. Going with, yeah, it just was, well, there was a few different things that went wrong, but I should have just measured off of the skirt and then made my waistband to that measurement. And I did an invisible zip in the back, and this one actually has a clasp attached to it, which I think is really cool. I can't remember where I got this. Waistband looks horrendous. Like I had to stretch and stretch and stretch, so it's not great. And then the bottom hem, I used bias tape for this as well, because circle skirts are notoriously bad for hemming. So that was good. I have lots of this bias tape left, which is great because I just love this pattern. Love this print. It's like a little, it reminds me of like Pioneer Days. So that is all I made. And then going forward into July, holy man, we're into July already. I need a bathing suit. So you guys are watching this Thursday. If I haven't made a bathing suit by now, I need to stop in Yorkton and pick one up, because the next day is July 1st and I'm gonna be at the beach and I don't have a top. Well, I have tops, but I don't want to wear them. They're like too big on me now, and yeah. So I want to either make one. I have to go through my swim fabric here and see what I have. Probably not what I want. Or I have to try and stop in Yorkton tomorrow on the way home and go bathing suit shopping with 2 young kids. Oh, send help, send help. Yeah. So that'll be fun. And then other than that, I don't really, I think I might maybe make some tank tops for myself. We'll see. There was a Hey June Phoenix blouse I wanted to make, like the sleeveless version. So I think I might try that out. July is always full of summer things, right? So we'll see how much time I make for sewing. We also are getting a pool now, so there'll be that to deal with. But another reason I should get a swimsuit. I just don't want to buy one, you know? You guys know I haven't been buying things from the stores. So yeah, other than that, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for those of you who reached out to see, like, make sure I'm okay and everything. I know I haven't responded, and it's just been, I don't know, this season of my life has just felt the busiest that it's ever felt. So it's been a lot of like, just gotta make it through this week kind of thing, and then it's good. So yeah, lots of camping planned, lots of fun like activities planned throughout the summer, and we just try to make the most of all of it, because we really only get like 8 weeks of summer, and then we're back into like the cooler seasons. But it was nice catching up. And as far as videos go, I'm still doing freelance work, so that is like taking up my time, but I think I'm gonna try and just get videos out when I can. I like to have a routine of once a week at least, and it just hasn't happened. So I just am going to give myself some grace on that, and maybe in the fall or winter, you know, I can get back to that, but it just isn't going to be happening. I just can't hold myself to that, because then I just put too much pressure and stress on myself, and it just doesn't work. So we're just gonna go with whatever we get is good. And thank you all for sticking around and coming back, even though I did take a long break. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are interested and want to see what else I got going on later on. And I will catch you in that next video. Bye.